Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. It is January, what is it today? The 15th, 16th? It's the 16th. That is what today is. The date is wrong on my thing, but that's okay. I know it's the 16th. It's so cold here in the Northeast. I woke up this morning and it was -3 degrees. And that wasn't the feel like temperature either. That was the legit temperature. The feel like was probably -20. So it is, and I should switch my cameras. Hold on, please. Wrong one. Hello. Hold up that boat, please. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. There we go. Try that again. See my sunshiny face. That's right. You know, it would help if I switched the cameras every now and then. Yeah, that's it. It happens. But good morning, good morning, good morning. So now you get to see me. I am freezing. My hands are cold. I have the hat on to keep the head warm. And it's not just because the hair's not dead. It's really just to keep my head warm. I have the long sleeve shirt on. I'm freezing my booty off this morning. So yes, that is where we are at this morning. Let me lower this down just a little. I don't know why I'm so off today. Like the whole camera system is off. So weird. So weird. So weird. Center me a little bit more. There we go. Like the whole thing is just weird. It's off. That's what happens when you're trying to play with new things. Anyway, let's get started this morning. First and foremost, let's talk about the ladies behind the helm. That's right, we have Jess and Jody. We have Jody over on YouTube. We have Jess over on Facebook. Say good morning to the ladies. Jess will be in and out this morning just because they have some nasty weather coming down in her neck of the woods. So we have that. Has Remington been playing around? Remington is Remington. So if you see me hugging my coffee this morning, it's not just because I need the coffee, I need the warmth, because my cup is nice and warm this morning. So it's kind of just keeping my hands warm. How many of you have gone over to your heat press and you've literally just put your hands on the bottom platen just to get your hands warm if it's that cold in your shop? Yes, the Buffaloes game yesterday was -6 degrees. That is a true statement. But that's what you get for being here in the Northeast. So today we're going to talk about all things Sublimation Underground. And I had some help from 2 digital designers with some of the designs this morning. We're also going to talk about some think outside the box stuff. Now, I know if you go on to sublimationunderground.com and you look at her website, you're going to say, Nikki, it's all ornaments. You're right. I know it is. And those are not just ornaments. We've got 1,001 other things we could do with them. Okay, and what can we do with those ornaments? Well, we're going to talk about that. We're going to show you some think outside the box. I'm going to talk about some ideas of some of the stuff that I have here for her. We're going to make some artsy craftsy types projects with them. And we'll get started. So let me go to the comments and say good morning. Hold on a second. Good morning to our Sawgrass ambassador, Lori, who hangs out over on the YouTube channel. If you have a Sawgrass and you are just unfamiliar with the unit, or the printer I should call it, and all of that type of happy stuff, be sure to head over to her Sawgrass user group and she will definitely help you out. Her and the other moderators over there will do their best to help you get up and running, and if you run into some issues, make sure you contact Lori, the Sawgrass ambassador. There's my plug for the morning, amongst other plugs. Good morning, good morning. Over on my Facebook channel, good morning to all of you fine folks over there who watch me every single morning on Facebook, or if you watch me on YouTube, good morning to you as well. So like I said, Sublimation Underground, I'm going to show you here some of the stuff because the camera is on over here and whatnot. And I want to make sure that, whoops, I want to make sure that you get to see everything. There we go. Have to move some stuff out of the way. So let's flip over to that camera, shall we? What was wrong? So I hit the wrong button. We are going to talk about today her heart-shaped ornaments. We're going to talk about the heart-shaped ornaments. We're going to talk about the puppy paw. We're going to talk about her angel wing one. I have a really cute card charm idea for this angel wing one. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about the round and how we're going to do a DIY project with this ring and the round. I'll show you that in a second. We'll also talk about and touch upon some other cool ideas for her dog tags, the actual dog tag shapes, her t-shirt, the dog bone, the earrings, and then we're also going to talk about her dog scarves, and we have a couple of those we're going to press this morning. So I'm going to do some DIY projects. I will flip the camera back over down into this project area onto my desk. Once we get it all pressed, we're going to get everything pressed first. We're going to talk about some pressing. I'm going to show you, there is really probably no wrong way, but I'm going to talk to you how I got to where I am at this. So we're going to press everything first, and then we will do what we have to do on our project. I'll fix the camera, turn it around, so you'll have a brief little potty break, if you will. It won't take me that long. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pull off all the plastic, make sure there's all the plastic is pulled off of the these substrates. Now, she has plastic on all of hers. I think this one's off. All right, and you should know, if you're ever uncertain, all right, or if you know that it has plastic on it, what you can do is, if you don't have fancy stickers, what you can do is just take a permanent marker and put an X on the plastic. Okay, make sure there's plastic on there before you put that X on there, and then it just kind of reminds you to remove the plastic if you are unsure of that. But I know that all of Suzanne's items have the plastic on them. So we're gonna press some things today. Now, not all of these are going to get their tape taken off. I need one more circle. Now, what you can use this for, so it's not, like I said, it's not just an ornament. You know what else you can use these ornaments for? You can use them as charms. Now, we're going to talk about the whole charm thing. Now, they can be used as a car charm for those states that allow car charms. They can be used as wine bottle charms. Suzanne and I were talking about that last night. You can also use them as food charms. Now, what's a food charm? Well, a food charm is as we move into the year, we're going to get into our celebrations time of year where we're having backyard picnics, all of that type of stuff, graduation parties. These make great food serving charms. So you can put a really nice decoration on it and then leave a space that would say potato salad, that you could use as a dry erase marker, right? So you could just use your dry erase marker on these and they wipe right off. But these make great food tags. Like I said, wine bottle charms. You can use them as car charms or food charms. They're not just an ornament. Think about the other things that you're going to use them for. One of the other things we're going to use them for is the don't touch me, your germs are too big for me. This is great for babies, you know, when they put them on their strollers or their carts. Or even on their car seats, all of that type of stuff. This is a good one, the round one, because it's nice and big. So there's that. Let's see, we're going to take this puppy paw one. I'm going to turn it into a tiered tray charm. We're going to use that for that. And then, like I said, the other round we're going to use for just a decoration idea that you can have fun with. We'll talk about that more in a little while. And then we have this charm that isn't just a memorial charm. And I'll show you what we'll do with that in a few minutes. Let's see. Don't they just sell beautifully? We are going to talk about 2 different ways you can actually press one of her items. Now, I've always been told that you press your metal stuff upside down. And what I mean by that is substrate or transfer face up and substrate face down, right? I was always told that. So I'm going to put to the test to see if there's any real difference if you press it the other way. Do you end up with a different press? Do you get a better quality of press? And because I'm going to be doing 2 different rounds, it's great apples to orange kind of conversation because I have to do both sides of it. So first things first, we're going to flip over to the heat press. Oh, hold on. Sorry. The products used in this video first. The products used in this video all come from Sublimation Underground. You will see all of the items that I have for her. Get some butcher paper out. You will also see designs from me, the Sassy Subber. You'll see them from True Digital Artistry and ST2 Designs. You'll see those wonderful ladies will be shown off today. What you're going to need for this project, you're going to need your heat press, of course, heat tape, lint roller. Yes, some people do lint roll, the sticky lint roll their items, blowout paper, and the settings will vary depending on the product. Please take a screenshot of that so that you know what you're looking for. All right, let's head over to the heat press now. So I did a ton of ornaments over this last year, and I mean a ton, closer to the 500 range, and I pressed them all the same way. And then Suzanne and I got talking about how she presses hers the other way, and I press mine this way. So we're going to put it to the test. Not that I feel that any one way is right or wrong, we're just going to put it to the test. So I do not tape mine at all. Are you having heart failure yet? That's okay. You can have heart failure. I literally just lay them down. Yeah, you're going to ask me, do they shift, Nikki? No. I've never had them shift. In all the years I've been doing it this way, I've never had them shift. So I lay them like that. We're going to add butcher paper on the top. Why do you add butcher paper on the top? It's to protect your investment. Remember, your investment is your heat platinum on your beautiful heat press and any other future projects. All right, so now we're going to make sure that this is nice and tight. I have it at $3.95 for 65. We're going to drop this down. Of course, my paper wants to be done right in a moment. That's it. That's all I do. Okay, why do I do it that way? Well, I don't know. That's the way I was taught. So you know how you learn something, you end up learning something and you just stick with it. Somebody tells it to you once, you're like, that's the way I'm doing it. And then you never really think about it from that moment on. Once you do it that way, and I believe Frank was the one that told me from Johnson Plastic, he said, Nikki, flip it over. Press it that way. And so I've been doing it that way ever since. And it, you know, you're running on about 6 years now. So there's the answer to that. But like I said, Suzanne does hers a different way. So when I go to do the back side of this, I'm going to tape it and see what happens. I never have tape marks on mine, so if I end up with tape marks, that may bother me. I love this method because then this way I don't have to use tape, I don't have to use Pro Spray, I don't have to use any of that kind of stuff. I can just literally lay it down and go. So, let me check for the comments really quick. So you can head over to sublimationunderground.com for any and all of her stuff. All right. All right, now, I finally got new heat gloves, by the way. I did get new heat gloves, you know, because Remington destroyed the other ones. Thumbs are important for heat gloves. All right. There you go. That's what hers looks like. I'll go nice and close so you can see it. Okay. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Only a face a grandma could love. I mean, really. It's only a face a grandma could love. It is perfect. They call it puppy love. That's right. They call it puppy love. And today is a good day for a good day. There we go. So now what we're going to do is the way that Suzanne and I were talking about it last night, and that was the total opposite way. Good morning. Good morning, Teresa. All right, so now we're going to lay this down. Now, I'm not sure that it's really going to do anything. I'm not 100% sold on it. It might not be any different. Oh, come on. It could be not. I don't know. Whoops, wrong tape. Should probably put new tape on that roll. I have two rolls. I have two tape dispensers here, and I don't have tape on them. Press near the edges, because if there is, for some reason, any little hiccup in this, then I will have, oh, hot, hot, hot. It will do what it needs to do. So let's make sure this is all moved over. I'm hoping I don't end up with any of those tape marks. That's what I worry about too, because you do press these kind of on the firm side. So there is no light pressure on this one. Okay. Now I'm literally going to put it right back into those holes I created. Why? Because I want to. And then I'll put, there we go. And you'll see a lot of people that will do that too. They'll put it right directly back into those press holes. I'm okay if I mess this up. It's alright. And the only reason I say that is because I put it in the same holes. I should be okay. And it was the other way. So there was, it missed the off-gassing part. And I just, for the sake of learning, I just didn't want to use another piece of butcher paper. Normally, if I was doing this for a client, I would move the butcher paper right out, put new butcher paper down every single time for those projects. Because off-gassing does happen. And no matter what product you use, it does happen. I know a lot of people say, oh, you don't have to use butcher paper. I have specialty paper. I don't have to use it. Well, unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. So there you go. As I've stated in the past lives, all the opinions expressed here on the Sass are by me and me alone. They do not reflect the opinions of my vendors and or my moderators who help me out each and every Sunday. Try the other camera? What do you mean try the other camera? What's wrong with the cameras? I don't know what Jess was saying. Jess, I don't know what you were saying. You said try the other camera. Oh, okay. So now, I tried it face up this time. Okay. I'm looking to see if there's really any color difference. And I'm honestly not seeing any real color difference. I'm not seeing that there's really a right or a wrong way, I guess is my point. And I'm also, where I'm going to see if there's a tape mark, let me check this pink one. Because if there was going to be tape marks, you would see it on the pink because it's the most noticeable. All right, so I do not see, let's move it over here really quickly. Oh, it was too light. Okay, thank you. So let me move it over here. Flip the cameras. Thanks, Jess. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, so this might be too light. It might be a little bit tough to see. I'll show it to you guys later on too. But this is the one that, and both sides literally press the same. So, you know, I mean, look at the details on that one. So there you go. Looks really nice there. And then you have, it's a good day for a good day. Colors came out gorgeous. And of course, last, the piece de resistance, Mr. Remington. Right? That pink. And I'll show you what I'm doing. He's actually going to end up being a tier tray charm. So, Mr. Remington is. I mean, how do you not love that face? that chocolate loving face. Okay. So now, while those all cool off, I'm going to head back over to the heat press. We're going to do the pet scarves first. Get it all taped up. Now, my platen, my big guy, is big enough to do both. So, you know what? I'll probably do both right at the same time because I want to see, A, if I can do it. I typically only ever do one at a time. My poor shop is overflowing with t-shirts for an order today. So, I apologize for the boxes you're seeing absolutely everywhere. Well, whatever. I will tape this down first. Now, I've already went through lint rolled and pre-pressed, okay, because I wanted to get the wrinkles out of it. Now, when you lint roll it, you can use your velvet lint roller. You can also use a sticky lint roller. It really doesn't matter what kind of lint roller you use, just use one. Now, when us designers make the pet tags, you literally have to know how to resize them to fit the different sizes. So while they may come in as one size, you will just have to measure your width and your length, or your width and your length, okay? What you're going to want to do is bring it a little bit back. So if this says it's 9 inches, you want to go like 9.5 so that you end up with a bleed space. If this says that it's 5 inches, you want to go like 5.5, again for the bleed space. All right, so that you have enough. You could go 5.25. I just prefer to go 5.5 when it's something like that. So I try to add just a little bit so that there's a 1/4 inch on either side, because fabric is wonky. It is never going to be 100% straight, so that you can adjust for that wonkiness and still get a great bleed without it being too crazy. So that's why I do the 1/2 inch on there. And I know what you're saying, that's a lot of bleed, Nikki. It is, but there's times where, if you notice, I don't know if you can notice it on the camera, this actually doesn't meet up with that point because it's slightly wonky, but that's, you know, that's fabric for you. All right, let's get this on the press. All right, I'm still going to do it at the same time and temperature, and I'm not even going to change my press pressure. Now, are we going to do both sides of it? No, we're only going to do the front side of it, because the back side of it you could do as a solid color to match, or you could leave it as is. You could leave it plain, and the reason being is that's what goes against Pup's body. So if you only want to do one side of the design, that's quite acceptable. A lot of places don't sell it double-sided, because even if you were going to go flip it, you have to wash it anyway, and they get raggedy after a while because the dog's wearing them. It's on a pup. So you're going to ask me what I charge for them. I don't charge an absolutely exorbitant amount for these because they're just not. You just don't need to. You're going to get more bees with honey. They're more apt to go by all your seasons. If you charge $25 for these, which I think would be ludicrous, to be honest, they're not going to want to come back and buy every season. But if you're charging $10 for them, maybe, they're more apt to get more of your seasons, more of your holidays, more of your stuff if you price them outright. You can even do them as bundle sets as well. Another great thing that you can use these dog scarves for, or pet scarves as Suzanne calls them, is banners. You can make your own fabric banners out of these. Just put some jute or ribbon or whatever you want in between, slide them. Now you've got a great banner. It's great for babies, all of that fun stuff. Let's get this off of here. All right. Let's see. These designs right here came from Digital Artistry. True Digital Artistry, that's my sister's shop, Amanda. Not only do we have sister tribes around here, we also have sisters. So when I say we are family, I'm not kidding. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go to the other camera. All right, here we go. Here is her puppy love. This is her Valentine's Day one. It does not come with the wording. I just put the wording on it. But this is the extra large. So this is good for the Remingtons. So your Golden Retriever style. The Golden Retrievers could definitely wear these. They just slide right onto the collar. And then this one is Lucky Pup. Again, no wording into this one. This is the medium size one, and you can use that on, like my Lhasa Apso will wear this. He floats between when he doesn't have all of his fur and we've shaved him down, he wears the medium because it just looks better. Or he wears the large when he's got a full coat. So that's the sizing for this. Now, she does have the small sized ones, and those absolutely can fit your little teacup, your really tiny, tiny puppies, and kitty cats. Okay. So, and I wanted to say that this right here, she has a 4-pack. This came from Tori's shop, ST2 Designs. She has a 4-pack of these that you can grab from her shop. There's some gender neutral ones in there. Absolutely love this. She whipped those up for me last night. Okay, I want to go quickly flip my camera. So do hold tight while I do that, because I want you to be able to see what I'm working on. Give me 1 second. Not sure how I did that, but I did that right. That's amazing. There we go. I'm not sure how I got that right on the first try. I'm not really sure. We're just going to move it just a little. Hopefully I can get it right all in here. There we go. Give it a hot second. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I got to press one more item, and that's the item for the angel wings, and then I'll tell you what we're doing with that. The angel wings come with this little tiny insert that's not quite an inch. So I didn't want to lose it, so I put it over there on my desk. We're going to line this up here. Go put some heat tape. Get a piece of used butcher paper because I really don't need that much. Put that over here. Drop that down. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to work on this project first. All right, this is the first project we're going to work on. And what I'm going to do is we're going to end up hanging this. Now you can buy these at any craft store. You can make your own bead one, whatever it may be. But I like this one. You could definitely paint it. We're going to add some beads and a hanger so that it kind of just floats in there. What you can do also, like I said, is paint that if I missed that part of it. You're going to need some jute. Love me some jute. And then I give myself a lot of the jute space just because it makes life a little easier. I will cut it down a little bit. Double it, pull it up through. So now it sits right there. Now, I know I'm going to probably want to trim these just a pinch so that as I'm putting my 2 beads on, which you can pick whatever wooden bead colors you want. And as it's going, I'm twisting it in. Leave that there for a second. Okay. Now you could put some tape on it if you wanted to. I want to add this really pretty teal. You know what? I'll do the green this time. And what you can do is, like I said, you can add tape to the end of this. So it makes it a little bit easier. I'll show you how you do that. Trim it up. Take a piece of tape. You can take a little bit of Marvin's tape. You can take, because that's a little bit more flexible than this heat tape I'm about to use. Whatever tape you decide, you're basically going to make a shoelace out of it so that you can get it through the hole without it constantly fraying. Okay. You push it through. Now, if you have a problem like I am right now, just take your little tweezers and pull it. Once you get it through that hole, and sometimes it takes a little bit, because here's the problem that you might have, and then I'm going to show you right now. Is you see these holes? They're not always, you end up having this issue. Oh, look, there's the tape. Okay. You can just go in and just clear out the holes. Sometimes they're not drilled through 100%, and that can be a problem. So you just want to figure it out. Whatever it may be, take your time. Remember, I am live, so, you know, if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong while I'm live, because that's just how we work around here. All right, so now I have this onto here. I want to take this, and I want to tie it. Okay, I want a little bit of give, because when you're tying it, so it can hang like this, you can add, now if I want to, I could go in and take out one of those beads, because one of the beads is the spacer, and maybe this doesn't hang where I want it to, okay? So what you can do, and to each their own, it really is a to each your own conversation. Lightly, so now that fits more, that fits better to where it's supposed to be. All right, and then it's just gonna, you can hang this from your porch, and it's just a decoration. It's nothing more than just a decoration. I would not obviously use this as a car charm. All right, and then what you would do is, once you have this all on here, let your beautiful creative minds do what they're doing right now, and that is just wander, see what happens. They're just not your ordinary Christmas ornament type charm. You can do just about anything with them. You just have to think outside the box. So what you would do is just keep going and add your beads all the way up for this, and that's one project. Again, this makes a great under the porch type of decoration. It's going to end up just kind of catching the wind and turning, and it gives it some movement. I love the movement part of it. I love that it could be a really beautiful saying for someone. You could add some gems to this, so the beads that have the gemstone beads, whatever, so that it catches the light. You could add just about anything to this. You can even add the wind chimes at the bottom, and now you've got a wind chime. It really is just, this is what's going to happen when the wind catches it. All right, it's going to just do its thing, and you end up with a spinner is basically what this is. So that's project number one that you can do. Project number two, for those who love their car charms. Well, I got to thinking about it, and Suzanne has these wonderful angel wings, right? Hold up. You would just take a dab of glue or double-sided tape and put it in here. All right. You're going to take this. These all come with the pieces, by the way, so she has all those pieces. Again, you can add jute to the top and add some beading. Whoops. Let me get this all put on here first. Hold, please. Hold, please. Just pinch them together. Okay. Here we go. Now you end up with this. All right. Add some beads and some jute to this. And what does this say? Don't drive faster than your guardian angel can fly. This would make an absolutely cute car charm idea. Whoops. I should probably just glue that, right? But you get it. So this makes a really cute card charm idea. You could add, like I said, the beading at the top, maybe a little bow, nothing too crazy. We're going to keep going with this. But I'm going to show you how, if you didn't want to add the beads to it, here's something quick you can do. Take your jute, ribbon, jute, whatever you so choose. Do your double loop. Leave this pocket open for a second, and I'm going to show you why you leave that pocket open. Give me 2 seconds. Now what you can do if you want a very simple bow idea, okay. You take it, and what you're going to do is layer this like this. You can even put a dot of glue if you wanted to, if you're worried about it not sitting correctly. Put it through, and you're going to pull. Of course, you're gonna primp it, okay? Because that's what we do. We primp. And as you tighten it, you end up with a really cute bow at the top of it. All right, and it's the faux bow. All right, that's right. You have a faux bow. Make sure you seal the edges with your lighter so it doesn't fray, like right here will stop it from fraying. But now you have a faux bow, and you can add this as a really small card charm that just simply states, don't fly any faster than your guardian angel can fly, right? Or don't drive, I should say. Don't drive any faster. So these would be what you could add to this. So it doesn't have to be necessarily a memorial one. It could be a reminder of, hey, I don't want you to become an angel anytime soon. I'd like to stay and have you stay around for a while. So there's one idea that you can totally do. I need some of your tweezers. Oh, these tweezers, they're eyelash extension tweezers, actually. These are the best tweezers ever. All right. So we talked about these guys and what you're going to do with these. They're pretty simple. Now, what you can do with you can put your logo on the back, maybe some of your information. You can put it right along that edge so that you can show people where they got it from if they want to order more. Maybe your website's right there. You could totally brand these. All right, this lets people know where they can buy more. Now, the only way I wouldn't brand it is if you're selling it to a groomer and a groomer's then going to resell it. Maybe you want to put the groomers.com page on there so that they can go back to their groomer to maybe buy some more of your items. Whatever you choose is completely up to you at that point. All right, so here's another trick or tip, I should say. I take my charms and I will pre-do my charms. How do you do that? I double loop them. I don't tie a knot on either end of them, but I sit there and I put my pattern out. As you can see, I have some really pretty rhinestone ones so it picks up on the light. I will slide this so that I have enough. Why? Because maybe, just maybe, I could use this as a card charm or a tier tray charm, whichever the case may be. All right, but I want to be able to put this through, so I can pre-make these up so I know how many beads I need, if there's something that I need to have, and then all I do, prep is key in this business. It helps with workflow. Okay, then you just pull it tight, put this down. Now, you don't want it stiff. So you don't want that knot to be super, super close to this, or this ends up really stiff. Where you'll probably want is your knot up to here. So this is super easy. I'm not going to put my knot there because this is one of my sample pieces. All right, and then what you end up with is a really flexible type of charm. Put your knot just barely a finger's width away from the top of your bead. That's where your knot should be. Then you add this extra stuff. Now this stuff could be used for your tiered tray, or you leave it untied so they can tie it around their rear view mirror. wherever they decide they want to put it, or on the stroller in this case, it's really just completely up to your client where they're going to put it. Now, that's why leaving this open-ended is a good idea. Just make sure you knot that top so those beads don't come off. If you're using it as a tiered tray charm, then yes, you could totally add your second knot to this, and in this way, they know just to loop it over and it hangs. So there you go. That's just the idea. Let's go over the main camera. What it would look like if it's a car charm, a tiered tray charm. I will say this. Here is my disclaimer. If you're going to use this as a stroller charm, do not add your beads. I would never want a child to somehow grab a hold of this at any point and have those beads on there. You don't want to have beads for a child, but it does. I'm just using this as an example of what you can use it for, as a car charm, as a food charm, tiered tray charm. But if you're going to use it as a stroller or as a car seat charm, avoid putting the beads on there, because if this were to ever break, if you have a baby who is really, really strong and pulls this, you wouldn't want to be the one that has, an issue with that. So if you're going to do a tray charm, a stroller charm, I would definitely just put your fabric in here like we did here with your little bow. You could put that in. You can actually tie a bow if you want to, or leave it alone. Sometimes simple is absolutely the best when it comes to the stroller charms. This way, it's not going to hurt baby. We don't want to ever have that on our conscience, that something we made could have potentially hurt a child. So if you're going to use it like what it's doing right now, stroller charms, I would not put beads on it so that it would be safe for a child. But if you're going to put it on as a tiered tray charm, food charm, whatever charm, car charm, go ahead and add the beads. That's fine, because it's for adult use only anyway. So that's what you could do for this, and then you can add your beads to it. So those are just my little bit of a disclaimer there, just so that you guys don't get confused with that. So there you go. Great for new drivers. Yes. Do you have the giant bead size? These guys right here are 16 millimeter. 16 millimeter. That's what those are. 16 or 20. Hold up. Let me think. Those might be 6. Oh. These are 12s. And these are 16s. Yeah, 16s. Those are 16s. I had to think about it for a hot second. Like, let's talk about some other things, shall we? So this right here is a keychain. It is her shirt charm. You can use it great for nurses. So it also doubles as an ornament. You could also, maybe if you are into that whole tiered tray thing, maybe you want to have a nurse's tiered tray set, because maybe it's for your favorite nurse. Whatever it may be. It could be a t-shirt. You could make it into a softball jersey. And then this way, maybe your tiered tray stuff is for softball. You could use it as bag tags as well to put their names on. All of the ornaments you see, you can use as a bag tag for softball, baseball, all of the sports that the kids have a bag tag for, right? So here's some ideas for that keychain. So it's not just a keychain anymore, not just an ornament. It could be a bag tag. It could be part of a tiered tray. It could also be part of a car charm. Now, when we were talking about these are her little dog tag, if you will, right? You know the dog tag designs that I've made? You could do them on this and make it into a keychain where it's the double of that design that I have. Just super glue them together so they stay together. And then, because you can personalize the back side of it, you could put some fun information, or just do them double, which really, it's completely up to you. They could be single, they could be double. These work for charms on other items. So let's say you have a wood piece and you want to add a charm. This makes a great charm piece to add a little bit of personalization to things. So you have that. She also has her earrings, which come with, all of her stuff does come with hardware or a ribbon. Does come with the hardware. This is, again, great for sports mamas. So maybe you want to use the bag tag for the child, and these could be the shirt styles for the sports mamas out there. Those are a great addition to have. If you want to hit up the sports arena, this would be a great combination to have. Now, you don't have to match it to shirts. You can match it to a round. You can match it to a heart. Whatever the case may be, you have lots of options of what you can mix and match these items to. So look at that. If you're going to go to your groomer and you're going to be like, hey, I've got some dog tags. So I have some dog tags. I also have the collar tags. These are what I call the collar tags, in the bone shape. And then you could pair them if you wanted to. Great selling point is to take this and offer maybe that with it as a set. All right. And you can tell them customization. They can have customization on it, or they can take it as is if they want just a really cute design to add as a charm for their collar, whatever the case may be. You could do that as well. You can market it however you want, but now it's helpfully making those brain juices work, and you can find some pretty cool items. So like I said, not everything that Suzanne has. Now, mind you, she also has a 2x3. Let me grab it. Let's see what else she's got here. Oh. Let's talk about all the other wonderful things Suzanne has. This is my Suzanne bucket. You mean you don't have a Suzanne bucket? Because I have a Suzanne bucket. So she has these. They are double-sided. They are a 2x3 roughly. All right. What can you use these for? Magnets. Because they're double-sided, you can use them as a magnet. You can put stuff on them. You can make them into business cards. You can make them into pocket calendars. You could make them as licenses, maybe a little kid license, maybe a doggy license. Because we all saw the Christmas ones, with Santa Claus and his elves. Well, these aren't just for the Christmas time. You can use them for a plethora of different things. So don't just look at them and say, oh, it's just a rectangle. No, that could be great marketing for a calendar, and then put your business information on the back side of it. These are great freebies to do as well, to put into stuff. Or maybe you want to meet a new client. Maybe you want to give this to a new client and have the calendar on one side and have their information on the back. And that's what they give real estate agents, as I'm going to go right now into that. Those are great for real estate agents to give out to their new clients. I did, and if you saw over this past holiday season, I did a lot of these houses. These were a great idea. Suzanne's going to put hers on a wine bottle as a wine bottle charm. You can also, they're going to offer these all year round for various and assorted reasons. It can actually be a keychain. I mean, a big keychain, but I've seen worse. Did you grow up in the 80s? Because we have puff balls for our keychains. This is minor. So I love the fact that we could use these for, again, multiple of things, housewarming gift, whatever the case may be, you get to decide what that is. All right, so she has that. She has the Benelux, and it comes in vertical and horizontal, because sometimes not everything can be put on the horizontal. Sometimes you definitely need it in the vertical, right? Again, great tags for food. Maybe you want to, you're having a really nice party, a graduation party. You want to elegant up it a little bit. There you go. You can add these to it. She also has the Prague, which is the squared version. Again, great food charms, tiered tray charms. Now, I will tell you, for these, you're going to say, Nick, I can't, maybe I don't want to do all the beads on them. And she also has these. These are her big dog tag ones. I don't want to do all the beads. Okay, well, what you can do is just add a very simple bow, and it can sit right into your tier tray as just a decoration. It doesn't necessarily have to have beads on it or have to have a hanger on it. You can take that hole and literally make a knot and just tie a bow to it. Very, very simple. It does not have to be over the crazy top. Now, you can use ribbon. I'm only going to use jute because it's right here sitting in front of me. Where did my scissors just go? Just because it's sitting right here in front of me. Okay. So I will end up putting it to where, in order for it to sit nice, I'll double loop it through. Okay. But then what I'm going to do is bring it down through. Again, these make great magnets too. Just put a magnet on the back. And once you loop it the way I just did it, and then you trim this up, now you have a great magnet idea. You know, again, I want you guys to look at things and think, oh no, that's just for Christmas. I can only use that for Christmas. Now it's going to sit there until November when I'm going to pull it out again. No, think of all the possibilities that you can use for those. Whether they're mini dry erase boards, whether they're food tags, tier tray charm tags, car charm tags, whatever it may be, stroller tags, you can decide. And the beautiful part is these guys take a beating. All right, I love the metal ornaments. They are my go-to ornament for absolutely everything, but I use them for a wide variety of things, and you don't have to always use them as an ornament. That's the beautiful part right there. Just like I took the dog scarves, and you can so use those as a banner if you wanted to. All right, I just had that box. Where'd it go? There it is. Let me just pop over to the questions really quickly. What was the question? Yes, the ones that I had were the small and the extra large. Do you have a giant breed size? I don't have a giant breed size. She has small, medium, large, and extra large. But they really do nice because it slides onto the collar. So you really don't need to have, because a lot of us don't have platens or heat presses, I should say. We don't have heat presses large enough. The beautiful part is the largest size one fits on the 15 by 15. So you can do the 15 by 15 heat press, if that's what you have, with the extra large dog scarf or pet scarf, because it fits. So you don't have to have a 16 by 20 to press that, and there's no double pressing with it as well. So that's a beautiful part of that whole, you know, thing. But they do, so we put one on Drake. Drake is a Newfoundland. And so he had the extra large one on, and it was just something cute because it sat right here on his chest. It was absolutely adorable. So you could definitely put it on a Newfie. So there's a giant breed. Definitely would make sure you had the extra large for that one. It's just nice because it's not one more thing tied around their neck. It's just literally on their collar. I love that feature versus having it tied around their neck. I know it looks cute and everything, but the problem is, what if it, you know, I don't know. I just get worried. That's all. That's me just being worried. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Yep, you could tie it on nurses' gifts. Absolutely. Just going back through. Yes, heavy fishing line does work for the beads as well. Thank you, Shalata, for that. You definitely could put them for that kind of stuff, is the fishing line. They do have different sizes. Believe it or not, they have different size jute. So you don't have to get like the thick one I just happen to have here. They actually have a thinner size jute, which goes through those beads a lot easier. You just really have to figure out what works for you and what your design style is for that. There we go. I think that's it in a nutshell. Extra large fits on an English Mastiff. Thank you, Patty, for that. You are so welcome. So let's give a huge shout out. Everybody give a thumbs up over on YouTube and give me some hearts over on Facebook for Suzanne Murphy, for Sublimation Underground, for giving us all these items to show off to you and what we can do with her stuff. So what else does she have over there? Go take a look. She has boxes for your 20 and 30 ounce with the see-through peekaboo look. She has silverware over there. That's right, kids silverware. We'll do that at a later date, don't worry. What else does she have over there? She's got a lot of items, a lot of ornaments. Yes, she does have a lot of ornaments because that's pretty much what she's known for. But she's going to be adding more stuff to her arsenal this year. I can't wait to see what she adds to all of her stuff. So let me just say, if you've got any questions, you want me to talk about anything real quick, I would like to go back to the products used in this video. So the products we used in this video all came from Sublimation Underground. That's right. They came from Suzanne Murphy's shop. She has all of the stuff you saw here today. The beads I did get off of Amazon. The circle I did get from Hobby Lobby that I made my wind spinner out of. So you could definitely have picked all of that kind of stuff. The designs today came from me, the Sassy Subber. They also came from my sister Amanda, True Digital Artistry, and Tori, who is ST2 Designs. Thank you, ladies, for those donations on those images. I greatly appreciate it. And again, a huge shout out to Sublimation Underground for all the donations today for today's show. I truly, truly appreciate it. Things that you're going to need for this tutorial, you're going to need that heat press. That's right. You don't need a large heat press for anything that I had showed you today. You can use a 15 by 15. You're going to need heat tape and a lint roller, blowout paper. Well, that's just a must in my book because we like to protect our investment. The heat settings that I used was 395 for 65 for all of my substrates today. We also decided whether or not you could print it face up or face down on the metal. Both worked beautifully. Whatever works for you is going to work for you. But I will tell you that the metal does press great up and down. Whichever you want to do it, there is no right or wrong way for her particular type of substrate, which is a bonus, bonus, bonus. All right, so this is that moment where we're going to go through the recap of everything. I'm going to hopefully give you the 30 seconds of what I could possibly give you. Well, it's going to be longer than 30 seconds of what you can use these items for, what they could be for other than just ornaments. That's right. This is what we call the recap or the rewind. All right, first things first. Let's get this all pulled out. Pull all of our yummy goodness in here so that I can show you what we're talking about. All right, we did some ornaments today. So one of the ornaments we did was the Puppy Love, the paw print one. You can use this as a tier tray charm and totally theme it out. Or you can use it as a card charm to show off your little furry friend, right? If your state does allow for card charms, maybe this is a great addition. Maybe you have a pet mom or dad, whatever, you know, a fur mom or dad, I should say, and they want to show off their little love bug. Well, this is my grand fur puppy, right? That's Remington. Also, what you want to do for anything, and here's my disclaimer, any of the tier tray charms or food charms or bottle charms, whatever you want to do, if it has a bead on it, please keep in mind that it's probably not child safe, and we don't want to mix those in with our don't touch me, your germs are too big for me signs. These came from ST2 Designs. So anything that has to be a stroller charm or a car seat charm, don't add beads. Just add a tie to it that's not going to harm baby, because you don't want to ever be at fault if that happens to snap and break and baby picks up a bead. We never want to be on that end of the spectrum, right? So here you go. That is the design for that. It says, please don't touch me. Your germs are too big for me. Thank you. This came from ST2 Designs. I love the whole it's got little elephants on it too with polka dots. How cute is that, right? So, but if you want to use beads, here's some ideas that you can use beads for. Whether it's the heart charm, Valentine's Day is here and you want to show off your love bug. That's right. Make sure you use the heart one for your tier tray. For maybe, again, the card charm, whatever it is. If you're going to add beads, you can make wind spinners. Whatever you want to make out of it. It's not just an ornament anymore. Maybe you want to take this one and add, don't drive faster than your guardian angel can fly. That would be a perfect one to add for a card charm, right? Very small, very simple. Maybe you want to get into the team sports stuff, whether they're a nurse. This could be for a nurse, it could be for a keychain, it could be for an ornament, it could be for any charm you want to use, but I know most people could look at it and say, oh, that's a nurse's shirt. But it can also be a softball, baseball, soccer, whatever you want to make it. You can make this into any style jersey, and you can have the cute little earrings to match. All right. Now we're going to get into the dog tag realm. So she has your standard dog tags. If you add 2, you now have my military dog tags like I did the ornaments for. Plus you have the bone-shaped dog tag. Again, you can totally hit up your groomers, any place that kennels dogs, anything like that, veterinary offices. This is a great thing that you could totally promote to them. Also with the, the pet scarves. So this is the medium size. This is the extra large. Again, as you are going to know, we are going to only make one of these designs in our wheelhouse. You just have to stretch it or reduce it, depending on which one you're doing, to make it fit. Um, Maybe you want to hit up real estate agents. Here you go. You can hit up real estate agents by using the houses. They're great for when somebody buys and sells. You can obviously sell them as ornaments, but you know what? They're going to give them all year round. Maybe they want to use them, put the bow on the top, and they're going to use them as business cards of sort, which leads me to the actual business card ones, right? These are 2x3. They could be a magnet, and you can add, you don't have to put anything on the back. Or because they are double-sided, what you can do is put the calendar on the front and then their stuff on the back of it, and now they've got a business card that they can hand out to people. You could use this for a wide variety of items. Let yourself run wild with all the things you could do, because this has no holes. Or maybe you want to add your own hole. Whatever it may be, it's completely up to you, but I love the fact that this allows for a lot more versatility for an item. Let's see. What else we got going here? Trying to pick up my beads too. I got a lot of beads. I think that is it. And I did it all in an hour. Go me. Let me just pick this up and then we'll do a quick chit chat. All right. So like I said, it doesn't always have to be an ornament. Maybe you just got to think outside the box. Maybe you got to look at it and say, can I use it for this? Maybe I have a picnic coming up and I need some signage. That works as great signage as well. Whether you press it on or you put it on as a dry erase marker, it doesn't really matter as long as you're using it, right? I love the fact that it can be left outside in the elements. So if it is a damp, rainy day and you're having that picnic underneath all those tents, it's not going to affect your charms. So that's a beautiful thing as well. Or they could just be wiped down and you don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. So I love the metal when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's really just up to you. Look at everything you have in your wheelhouse. Now that we have the holiday season done, what else can we use it for in the upcoming seasons? Maybe you want to use it as an Easter tag. What is an Easter tag? Well, it's the basket tags. So you could pick any one of those designs and use it as an Easter basket tag instead of maybe the embroidered Easter baskets. Whatever it may be. Maybe you want to use it for a tote bag charm. Again, these are beautiful things that you can use it for. They're not just ornaments, but they can be tags for just about anything in life. Keep that all in mind. Well, that was a crazy live. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, January 16th. I am the Sassy Subber. If you want more fun tutorials, go over to the Sassy Subber on Facebook. Make sure you join the group. We have group codes over there. If you want text alerts for our lives, you can find those out as well on there. That's it in a nutshell. I'm going to try to stay warm. I hope you guys do too. For those of you guys in the wake of the storms that are happening absolutely everywhere all over the United States, stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you guys all later on the flip side.